What's up? This is your man Dre back, and today I'm going to give you a non-spoiler review on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. This is just my thoughts, really quick, just telling you how I feel. But the real question is, so Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem is a screenplay by Seth Rogen, Evan Goldberg, and James Weaver. And what I do like about this movie, and this is like literally non-spoilers, this is fresh out of the theaters, this is a original take on the Turtles. And I did pose a couple questions because I did do a live video that was talking about the 5 things that I kind of wanted in this movie. Me being a humongous Turtles fan, I just wanted to see certain things, and I was able to capture a lot of the things that I saw in this movie. Now, the essence of the movie is four teenagers, simple premise. The four teenage turtles that lived in the sewer, they go out on their first adventure. They get a taste of that adventure, and now they go and try to fight a supervillain that is also a mutant named Superfly, which is voiced by Ice Cube. And like I said, simple premise, but the way they executed was excellent. The four turtles were the main focus of the movie. Even Jackie Chan playing Splinter, he has his origin story, which is a lot different than even the 87 cartoon, the Mirage comics. Even the IDW is a little bit different, but this is a take that still gives you the essence of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles without compounding you with a bunch of stuff that just absolutely doesn't make sense. So even in the context of the movie, it makes sense. Even the villain's motivation to be able to take over the world and stuff like that, which is mostly what villains do in these type of movies. They want to take over the world. They want to be able to get to a point where they feel like they're being seen, is actually good motivation, and it mirrors the main story from Supervisor's point of view and from the Turtles and Splinter's point of view. So that was, to have that duality like that is very great, reminiscent of what they did with the duality of fatherhood in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1990 film. So that was excellent. The humor was dope. The four teenagers that voiced the characters were amazing. They actually sound like teenagers this time, using modern day slang, because it would have been weird, not even gonna lie to you, if Michelangelo still sounded like a surfer dude that lived and born and raised in New York, basically. You know what I mean? These 15 years, it would have been weird. Still got Leo being the leader that needs to learn how to lead. Donatello's take is way totally different than a lot of the iterations. It does, and I could tell that Seth Rogen took a lot of inspiration from that original Turtles movie, because even though Donatello was smart in that first Turtles movie, it wasn't so blatant. You know what I mean? Even though he has glasses and stuff like that, he wasn't just a nerd. You know what I mean? Like they did in the 2014 and 2017 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. Raphael is still, instead of being a hothead, he just wants to fight. And they tell you got that rage in you. You want to wrestle. You got that aggression. I don't know if he's been taking muscle mass or whatever he's on, but he just wants to box. Yeah, which is a cool take, and that's a take that also is reminiscent of a lot of other versions of Raphael in the comics. And my boy Michelangelo, my favorite turtle, you know what I mean? He's more of the cool, laid back one to joke. Gives me a little bit of Miles Morales vibes, the way that they did his voice, the way that he, kind of jokes around and stuff like that. Not really like, he's just chill. He's just laid back. It's not like his counterpart where he's trying to make a joke every 5 seconds or trying to be funny every moment or whatever. There's some, very heartfelt, scenes in this movie. When you watch it, you're like, you kind of feel bad for him. You know what I mean? Because they are growing up in the sewers, and looking at the world from their point of view, they just want to be, you know, accepted in the world like everybody else. You know what I mean? So that's one of the biggest things. The villain Superfly, like I said, voiced by Ice Cube, was super dope. It was over the top for Ice Cube, but it made sense. It was funny. Never seen Ice Cube in that type of light as a villain, especially like in a cartoon like this. So that was awesome. Maya Rudolph, she was Cynthia Utrom. Even though, and I'm gonna say this, even though like the likes of Giancarlo Esposito, Paul Rudd was in this film, it didn't overtake or overshadow the Four Turtles. I mean, you got some real heavy. I mean, John Cena. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I didn't see him in the movie, but I heard he was there. You know what I mean? Seth Rogen. It wasn't like all these heavy hitters, Hannibal Buress. They didn't overshadow the story of the Four Turtles just being voices. They got their little time to shine and stuff like that, and that was it. You know what I mean? And it didn't take away from the majority of the story, just trying to shoehorn in like these major stars. They let these kids shine, and that they did. So the art style, incredible. And like I said in my live stream, it gave me like Frankie, I think it's called Frankenweenie or Paranorman, the way that the aesthetic looks, instead of that being like a CGI or claymation or however they did that, because that just looks awesome. It's in a art form style that's really awesome, and it didn't look like Spider-Man Enter the Spider-Verse or Across the Spider-Verse light. It was its own unique thing, you know what I'm saying, with its own unique tone and own unique humor. And there's things for kids and there's things for the adults who grew up in there. If you really watch carefully, there's things in here that gives you the feels, you know what I mean, that nostalgia feeling without being a nostalgia fest, you know what I mean. So there is a mid-credit scene, so make sure that you stay for the mid-credit scene. It is a hell of a surprise, so just stay for it, or it was a shell of a good hit. A shell of a surprise, so make sure you stay at the end, not to the very end, but just stay for the mid-credit. You know what I'm saying? And after that, there's no post-credit scene or whatever. But like I said, I had a really good time. Very fun, very heartfelt. I didn't think it was going to be, you know, that heartfelt. And this is a trend that started with the rise of the TMNT movie that they have, where these turtles are, you know, are starting to become, you know, more not just slapstick funny, Teen Titans Go-esque. It started to become like, hey, you know, there's a story to be told. And you're gonna feel certain things because everybody wants to feel like that acceptance in the world. You know what I mean? So I liked it. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I would highly recommend you guys go out and see it in the movies. Possibly 3D. I didn't see it in 3D. I seen it at the biggest screen I could, but I bet you 3D would be awesome. But anyway, what did you guys think? If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm saying, put it in the comment section. Just don't put spoilers down. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. Until next time, I'll holler at you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself.